What is off the peg? This is a really good question. We do get asked it from time to time, and we don't expect everybody to know the answer. Now, off the peg, off the rail, off the rack, clearance, sale rail, whatever the shop wants to call it, it means that the dress that you are trying on is potentially the dress that you are buying. So you are buying that dress off the peg in the shop. That's basically what it means, as simple as that. So I'm going to move across here and I'm going to show you a few different examples of what to expect with different ways of purchasing a gown. So I'm moving over here to the left here. This is Narnia. Now this is one of our gowns that we are selling off the peg, and in this situation this is a discontinued gown. Once it's gone, it's gone. I can't get it again. So it is being sold at a heavy discount to clear, and somebody's going to grab an absolutely beautiful gown for an absolute bargain. Now, what you also need to bear in mind is if you are looking at off the peg, it does limit your choice to a certain degree because it depends on what the shop has in your size at any given point. So it is limiting you a little bit in that manner, but it is also great for the girls who haven't got time to order a dress, or perhaps weight is fluctuating, or again are working to a really tight budget. This is a good way of purchasing a dress and keeping within those boundaries. What you also need to bear in mind is with an off-the-peg dress, whether purchased from a boutique or from an outlet store, an off-the-peg dress is generally one that is not a fresh dress. It is one that has been tried on potentially multiple times. So there's certain things that you need to be looking for, and it's a gown that you need to be looking closely at. So if I move a little bit closer here, you can see Narnia's got a few loose threads. There may be the odd bead missing, and in some cases with dresses you'll find a little bit of makeup on them, or a popped stitch, or a click to the skirt. And this is something that you need to be looking for carefully whenever you are purchasing a gown off the peg. What you also need to bear in mind is that the dress will be priced accordingly, but you do need to be asking, are you responsible for any repairs and cleaning, or is the shop going to do that for you? Now, here at Cinderella's, we will do any spot cleaning and any cosmetic damage free of charge. Alterations, of course, are standard and extra, as you would expect with any of our gowns, because not everybody wants to have them altered here, and that's absolutely fine. Don't forget you can shop around for alterations. People do forget you can do that. So moving across here to our gown to order, this is Ellie Rose. Now this is one of our brand new gowns this season. I'm not selling this sample off anytime soon. This one's going to be in the shop for at least 2 years. And again, it doesn't matter what the sample size is because we will be ordering you a dress in the nearest size to you. So the dress that you would be ordering in this case would be coming in, it would be fresh, it's going to be clean, nobody will have tried it on, and you shouldn't need to be looking for any areas of damage. This is a pristine brand new dress that you will be getting because it has been made to order. Now, there's also a difference between made to order and made to measure. People do get this confused. Made to order means that we will be getting the dress in the nearest size to you. It will be coming in, for example, a size 10 or a size 20, and it's going to be the nearest size to you, but it's unlikely to fit perfectly unless you're very, very lucky. Now, made to measure, again, is something completely different. It's not a service that we offer here at Cinderella's because it generally comes with a much higher price tag. It is a gown that has been made specifically to your measurements, which generally incurs a lot more fittings and a lot more work. And as I said, generally a higher price. Now, we are a low price shop here. All of our gowns are under 2,000. In fact, most are under 1,300. So we don't offer a made to measure service here. But it is something that you could have a look around. But bear in mind as well, that generally takes a much longer time scale. So always watch your time scales. So I'm coming down to our little flower girl dress at the front here. Now, this is a good example of a dress that we can still order in at full price for you to get in a different size, but we are actually selling the samples off at a heavy reduction. In my case, I'm actually clearing all flower girl dresses at the moment, and they're all half price to clear, but we actually do have some wedding gowns that we will sell at a heavy discount that we are still able to order. They will be in our current collection on our website, dreamdress.co.uk, but we've perhaps had the sample in a little bit longer, and in order to make room for fresh dresses coming in, we will sell a few of them off at a discount. So as you come into a shop, it's always worth asking when you're trying on, is this a sample available to purchase off the peg? If not, where do we go from here? What sort of timescales are we looking at? Most shops will tell you you need a year to order a dress and have it altered. In Cinderella's, we alter in store, so 8 months for us is absolutely fine. So as I say, you do need to just check. It does vary per shop. Now here at Cinderella's, if you're purchasing an off-the-peg gown, we would expect you to be paying for it in full, taking it away and bringing it back for alterations nearer the time. You don't have to bring it here though, as I said. And you can, of course, still shop around for alterations at any other places, get lots of quotes and still bring it back here if ours was the best option. No problem with you doing that at all. Now, if you're purchasing a dress to order, we would expect you to be paying 50% deposit. And again, that does vary per shop. But if you're not taking a physical item away with you on the day, then don't pay more than 50% deposit. So this is a gown that we would be asking for you. If it's coming in within 6 months of your wedding, then you can leave it here, but we do have very limited storage. So if it's going to come in more than 6 months before your wedding, we will be asking you when the dress arrives to pay the balance, pick it up and store it at home. And as with our off the peg dress, bring it back for alterations nearer the time if you're happy with the quote that we've given you. So you've got a few different options here. The other thing to bear in mind is if you do decide to come to the shop and try on, go away and have a think about it, an off the peg dress or a sample that's available to order that we are still offering off the peg might not be here the next time you come. We might sell it to the next person through the door. We don't know when they're going to go and there are no guarantees. And if it's a gown that we've sold off the peg, we're not going to be replacing it. So it is a gown that you are bagging a bargain. Once it's gone, it's gone. And you can still order a dress if it's still available to do so, but we might not have the sample in for you to try on. So do keep that in mind. As with any other questions that you might have, I am Mandy. You can contact me on any of our social media platforms and I'll be happy to advise.